live button right as I'm in the middle of saying, see, there it is.
Okay, so there's a subject we're not going to talk about, okay? And I'm trying to make the point that
You're
it's
an idiot.
adjacent. It's adjacent to the kink of free use. Okay, so free use at the very far end of the extreme there is you just get to make use of your partner whenever and however you want, and they're just into it. That's in the broadest terms I can use there. There's free use.
Sunday morning at
And so
9:08 a.m.
and so what is
On the
dip
Lord's day, Jason.
on
On the
on a
Lord's
dad's on a donut
day.
run right now,
what
and
is yeah, dipping your toe into that pool, like just the tippy tip of your toe into that pool, is when you're in the home and you walk by your wife, you just grab her ass because it's as some would say, not me necessarily. Some people would say it's just in our DNA to honk or slap a buttock or maybe get a handful of cheek.
I don't think it is a. I don't think it's even related to that first thing that you were talking about. What did you call it?
Free use.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't think it's anywhere related because guys do this to each other all the time. This is like this is a very classic sports celebration. Is you walk up to a guy who made a good play and you just give him one right on the butt.
He's got a point.
Yeah, but that's not
You're
the
not-
same
you're
kind
not-
of slap.
You're not cupping.
No,
Yeah.
you're not cupping, but you are. It's a similar, and I think it's like
I think one is
it's-
like an aggressive encouragement, and the other one is like a an endearing point of affection. Like they're not the same. I can't say that everything I do with my hands is the same thing. Like if I slap an ass or I put food in my mouth, I'm doing the same thing just because I'm using my hands. I totally disagree with your premise.
Well, I mean, you can't deny that you could easily do a side by side screen video of a guy doing one thing to his wife and then the exact thing to his teammate out there on the field. It's the exact same thing.
Okay, well, let me switch it. And let's say they're punishing their child. That's on one split screen. And on the other split screen, they're doing the same thing to their athletic teammate. What's the difference?
Well, but one is in anger and one is in joy. The other two, those are both in joy.
I don't agree, bud. Because I'll make the distinction Rylan made. Like the cupping is a big part of it.
The cupping does change things, but it's not always a cup.
Go down the list. What is it? Yeah, what else is it? Go down the list.
Full spank.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems kind of rapey.
What a bastard. This guy is diabolical. I hate him.
I told you we shouldn't make this up on the podcast.
I hate you so much. You are just one of the worst people I've ever met in my life.
I told you exactly from the beginning. I was like, it dips into a weird thing. And then you were like, hey, I've just been reading Epstein blurbs. There's no way this gets us on a list. And I was like, you're right, but I do think it could be viewed as insensitive.
Just one of the most horrific human beings that I've ever met in my life.
I think
what did I do to deserve this?
Okay, listen, seriously, quite seriously. I think the touching as you cross paths in the home with your partner, your lovely bride. All three of us have wives. It is the day after Valentine's Day. I think the touching, the cupping, the honking, the hip grabbing, all of it, I think they are signs of healthy relationships. I think if you were to sit with a couple in the always uncomfortable, because I immediately have questions if we're turning our relationship problems into content, but if you were to sit with a couple in the therapy sessions that these psychos film and say, hey, is there innocent, affectionate, what we'd call like micro touching, in the home? Does that exist on a regular basis? And I think all of those people who are in unhappy, frustrating, tension-filled situations would be honest and say, you know what? Earlier part of our relationship, we're both walking through the kitchen. I'm bending over to put something in the dishwasher. Might have been a smack there. Now, I can't remember a day where the sun has shined and laid its light bare on their hand smacking an ass.
I think that probably for the most part, you are correct. Probably for the most part. I would also just like to make space for those people that may have some things that happen in their life that make that an uncomfortable scenario for them. And that's understandable as well. And hopefully they're having conversations with their partners to identify that particular scenario. However,
okay,
to make your point even more saliently,
big word.
There are a lot of...
Was there a T in your pronunciation, or was it...
Saliently.
Okay. All right.
There are a lot of videos on social media these days where they are created by a woman of the female persuasion. Okay? And in said videos, they will recreate a scene where their husband walks by and does a little slap on the bottom backside. Okay.
Sure. On the hock.
And then after their husband does that, they turn around and they're like, stop touching me. Leave me alone. Don't do that. And then they will recreate the scene again, and the husband will walk on by and not do the tap on the bottom backside. And they will look at their husband and say, what's wrong with you? Why do you hate me?
Are you mad at me?
Why won't you touch me anymore? And I do think that while that is comedy, there is some very deep truth to that particular meme video.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but have you ever walked past and then not done anything and you get the whole, hey, what the fuck? And I was expecting... and now here I am just left cold out in the wind. It's a real confusing thing. You know? It's just confusing because you don't want to, the no part that, hey, don't do that. Stop. Just stop. I'm not in the mood right now. It's confusing.
Oh, it's very confusing.
Right? Because you want to be, like you said, you want to check in. But obviously, if there was something, or if that was quote unquote triggering, you probably already knew all that.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes it's a balance, but I think sometimes what I'm learning as I get into this,
get into this when you lean into marriage,
relationship. I've just been leaning into relationship for 20 years.
Yeah,
for the past 20 years, really.
Yeah.
I think there's something to a balanced level of friction. No?
What do you mean by the friction?
Like a tension, just a balanced level of conflict. Just a, like a tongue on a battery, that zap. But if you were to lick the battery and it would fucking put you in the hospital, well, nobody would be okay with just that. I think you just need just.
Is that true, Rylan? Do you agree with that?
Just a little bit of a push.
I don't even understand what this conversation is about anymore.
Human dads.
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 Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast. Human dads. Get up off your ass.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Get up off your ass.
Oh your mom.
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 Tell your mom to listen.
off your ass for the Human Dads podcast.
Human Dads 259.
You gonna
Looking
do
at
something cool for 300?
why start now, bro?
Oh yeah, how about like a Dallas restaurant tour, like something like that, like a Richardson restaurant tour? Wouldn't that be fun?
Dallas restaurant tour. We'll put it right up there with Taste of Addison, which by the way,
Yeah,
I think RIP
they got rid of
guys.
it.
I think
Yeah.
they RIP. They shot that
Really?
hole right in the ass. Speaking of relationship tension, right off the top, I'm going to start with how I'm doing, and then you guys can pass it around. Happy Valentine's Day to both of you. Love you. Last week, I was bringing up a pain point in my day, sharing, commiserating, doing like we do on the podcast with my friends, fellow dads, fellow husbands, fellow relationship partakers with women. Okay?
Okay.
And I was just saying, hey, bro, I get to the point in my day where I'm having a shower. I get out of the shower. I feel all nice and clean, ready to go get into the couch zone. Just head to pillow, ass on the couch. Just
He
get
got in
all,
so much. He got in so
just
much
getting
trouble,
all
Rylan.
comfy, snuggly. That's what
He
I'm.
got so much trouble.
that's
She
what I'm-
listened.
That's what I'm wanting to do.
She
Just be,
listened.
just be a cute little cuddlebug into the couch, and then I gotta go clean the fucking coffee pot. And it hits me.
Oh, I didn't
And
know
I
you
get
wanted
over
me
there,
to. I didn't know you wanted me to clean it after a while. You
and
never
I
said
clean
anything.
The coffee pot, and I'm just like, every day. And the coffee pot is sitting there because I have coffee in the morning. I have my nice meditation for the day on my coffee by myself, and I love it, and it's greatest. And then after me, about 2 hours later, hour and a half later, she'll pour the rest of the coffee pot into the coffee mug. She'll warm it up. She'll drink her coffee throughout the day. We move on about our lives, and then boom! After the shower, it's sitting there waiting for me. I gotta dump it out. I gotta clean it. I gotta do all of the things, and it's just a beating. And I wasn't trying to complain about my wife. I was just trying to share a point of frustration with my guys. And fucking Nuclear Codes Row over there is just like, go for it. They have the sequence for the nuclear transition. Like, if we've determined there's something in there, we got to go ahead and deal with this. And they got the code and the key and the guy, and we got to make the decision when we're go for launch. And Rye just heard the story and was like, yeah, we're unloading all these, what do they call them? Tomahawk, just firing shots.
I said,
And Rylan just, you know what you should do? Tell your bitch ass wife, just get up off her ass and clean the coffee pot. That's Rylan. Just, hey, sounds like you live with an ungrateful, just horrible wife. You should just get her to clean the coffee pot. My dad would have
Why is
smacked
he
her
doing-
back in
why is
my
he doing that
dad's day. It would have
voice?
been okay to just shake her a little bit till she learned to clean the coffee. This is Rylan. This is what
for
Rylan
the
is.
record,
Oh, that's
for the
Rylan's voice.
record- For the record, I said, why don't you just clean it out when you're done with it in the morning? And he goes, oh, because Molly comes in and has it later, while, middle of the morning or later, whatever. And I go, okay. So when she has the last bit of it, why doesn't she just rinse it out?
And he's like, have you tried a firm hand? It used to work for my father. Have you tried a firm hand?
I'm just a problem solver, man. I just think in terms of operational problem solving. That's
So I got a picture.
That's what
I got a
paid for my
picture.
life.
I got a picture sent to my phone.
Oh no.
Yes, you did. This was brilliant. Was it like the actual Monday, like the next morning?
I don't remember. Monday,
It wasn't.
Tuesday.
It didn't take long. It was quick.
It was within 72 hours
Yeah.
of the conversation we had on the podcast.
Soon
And I got
enough
a
that
picture.
the picture required no explanation.
It was a disassembled coffee pot drying out on a kitchen towel on a kitchen counter. And I saw it and I knew immediately what was happening. So I figured my only play was to say, thank you, babe. Thank you.
She didn't want to thank you.
I said, thank you. Got home later that day. She said, did you send the picture to your little friends?
To your little friends.
I said, actually, I did send the picture. She said, "Did you send the picture to your little friends and tell them to keep their nose out of our hoe ass marriage?" That were her words.
Yeah, I agree. Rylan
Mind
crossed the
their
hoe-ass.
line.
business and keep their nose out of our hoe ass marriage. Her exact
Ryan
words.
crossed the line. Yeah, I'm sorry, Molly. Rylan did that, not me.
You know how the annals of history, it's because we have that because somebody is recording it.
The anals.
Annals,
The anals?
annals, anus, the annals of history. I don't know. The records of history are kept because there's typically somebody keeping record in high historical moments like this. So, like while
And
Rylan,
the victor writes history.
yeah,
Correct.
and
Yeah.
so Rylan is over there with the nuke codes talking about the transition, and Jace is just over there like, first off, his wife is horrible. And
I
that
never
was the
said
reason
that.
for
She's
the
one of my
bombing here.
favorite people.
And
Certainly,
furthermore,
certainly,
the whole thing has been premeditated by Brad here. He's not just sharing. This is a gotcha moment, and he's using us as the bomb droppers to enforce the behavior that he would like exhibited.
I have never aligned myself more closely with a person than I do with your wife when she has a problem with you, because nobody understands what a menace you are more than me. So if there is any disagreement, the day that she finally realizes that she's going to divorce you, I pick her immediately. Any disagreement, I'm on her side immediately, because I have dealt with you for 250 some odd episodes now, including today, where you tried desperately to throw me under the bus immediately. So,
What are you
Molly,
talking about? Explain
I-
that one out in full. What are you talking about?
I understand where you're coming from, and I'm sorry. You deal with him.
Either way, I hope you're both happy with yourself. You almost ruined Valentine's week.
Valentine's week. Rylan, is that not a wife guy thing to say? Valentine's week?
Week. Come on, guys, it's Valentine's month.
I'm not a big Valentine's Day observer, just for the record. Never have been. Probably messed up on one or two of them. Like, hey, I thought we were going to be like, hey, happy Valentine's Day was going to be good enough. And then,
Yeah, we've never been super gifty as a
Well-
couple. We do. I would occasionally send her a flower arrangement, maybe on a Valentine's or a birthday or something at work, like a surprise, but not every time, because it was just to be like a surprise. Or pick them up at sometimes the old Kroger or Central Market has a pretty good little flower scene, and that's a thing that she likes. So I might do that. But yeah, we don't really. We just usually go. We used to kind of go for dinner, someplace kind of nice. Now we do the same thing with the kids instead of just the two of us, because we get plenty of good food on our own. But we don't really.
we called
have
the
a lot- not a
Audible
lot of
last
fanfare.
night. Called the Audible last night. Had reservations for a nice restaurant to go with the kids, and it was all rainy, and she didn't sleep well the night before, and I'm always just ready to act like it's a rainy day and curl up on the couch. Like you start to form your face with the words to be like, hey, do you want to just lay up? Before it even lands, I'm like 100% yes. Yes, I would. So we canceled the reservations with the plan of just staying in on the night, and then she decided she wanted some hot chocolate.
Oh,
And typically around this time of the week, Saturday night or Sunday morning, we're probably going to be running low on milk, my guy. Probably going to be running.
Oh yeah, buddy. If you're not running low on milk 2 days after you bought it, you're not drinking it right.
How are you ever running low on milk? I thought you bought milk 6 gallons at a time.
I do, but the cold white milk gets low.
Yeah.
On your
that's
Saturday.
sweet cold white milk.
I just want you to tell y'all before I forget. You all have heard my story from high school about going against Big Milk. I realized earlier this week, Courtney never heard me tell that story. I told her that story for the first time.
That's awesome that you could still discover new stories 76
Yeah.
years into your marriage.
Yeah.
So she said, I want some hot chocolate, and I'm not gonna make it with the water, guys. Not gonna be that kind of guy. Okay. There's a noticeable flavor difference if you're making it with water. So I said, fine, it's Valentine's Day, 6:30. I'll get out to the grocery. They're probably missing me. And get some milk, get some other sundries and rations and whatnot.
Nope.
Bring them. Yeah.
Where's the closest Brahms? Because it's probably a little bit of a drive to go get the milk, right?
I mean, I'm not against Brahms A2 milk, which is really good for you and
Uh-huh.
really good milk, high quality milk. Okay. But I'm just going to the regular grocery store. I was going to go to Walgreens and just get, because they have our milk brand and it's damn near walking distance from the house. But then they were like, hey, if you're going, you might as well grab this, this, and this. And I was like, well, that's a grocery store run. You understand me? Look me right in the face. That's a grocery store run.
That's a damn hell grocery store run.
You
Sure
have
is.
a milk brand.
Yeah.
There's not there's a people have a milk brand outside of store brand.
Yeah, because we get the lactose free, and then I also want to matrix it
yeah.
with the highest protein available, so that will wind you up at one brand. In your
So all this time you've been drinking lactose free milk?
Me?
Yeah.
We realized at some point the kids had a mild lactose intolerance, so yeah.
That's a commitment to you. Got to love milk to drink milk that's not even milk.
It's milk. It's just got a little bit of lactose filtered out.
But he's got a good point. Like, he does. Finally, I mean, I'm actually with him on this. If you are allergic to milk, essentially, you're allergic to milk. You're saying, I'm gonna go and I love milk so much that I'm still gonna drink that milk, but I want the version that doesn't have the lactose in it.
You're smoking a menthol cigarette without any tobacco in it.
Here's the thing: what I would tell you. Here's the thing:
so you are addicted to milk,
the lactose.
It's just like white colored water at that point, isn't it?
It's not. It's definitely
this is amazing.
Not. Here's the thing,
I'm so glad you pulled on this thread.
Here's the thing: I don't like a medium in this particular thing. I either like filtered, ultra filtered, or non-filtered. You get it? I either like ultra filtered or non-filtered. And the milk we get is ultra filtered. It says it right on the bottle. Ultra filtered. I digress. So I was in the grocery store last night. You guys ever been to a grocery store on Valentine's Day at 6:30 p.m.?
I was at Central Market last night at 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
This guy, hold this
because
guy.
The typical the expectation for Valentine's Day over here is typically a card where some thoughts have been written and expressed in ink. Okay, so not just buying the card, but you got to write some nice things in there. She really enjoys that, and I like that she enjoys it. So I'll do that, and then some sort of flower arrangement, either picked out and or delivered. Okay, so like I could either go pick it up, bring it home, or deliver it. But I never, it has never even occurred to me to wait until 6:30, 7 o'clock on Valentine's Day. But I'll be goddamned if I'm not walking into the grocery store last night to get milk and some other stuff. And, buddy, they're still cutting flowers at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
They got tables still set up in the front of the store doing custom orders. They got the chocolate strawberry thing. And there's 75 people just wandering through this whole part of the store at 6:30 on Valentine's Day. Like,
Brad, Jesus Christ. You have been married for way too long. Okay?
Why?
Do you know how many men out there are going on a date on Valentine's that starts at 8 o'clock that night?
Yeah. By the way, there was a bunch of women in there too.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm a single dude who's got a Valentine's Day or a Valentine's night date, it's Saturday night. What a perfect night to go out. I got to swing by and pick up some flowers that I'm going to bring to the door.
It's a good point. I'm not thinking about the hey, we don't really live together. We don't cohabitate. We're still in the phase where I pick you up, take you there.
Absolutely.
Got to bring some flowers and some chocolate strawberry. You're right. That's a fair
100%.
point. I just didn't realize how many people are doing that right on the Garland-Richardson border at the Tom Thumb on Valentine's Day night.
What was the demo of the people that you saw?
A lot of whites, a lot of Mexicans, a lot of what I'm going to assume.
I meant like age. wise, Brad.
Excuse me?
I meant age. I wasn't asking you what race these people were. That's weird that you
You
went there.
said demo. You
He
said
was about
demo.
to say whites, Mexicans, and Asians, at which point we were going to be like, not surprised in the least. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I was going to try to zoom in on the Asians a little bit because it also,
Yeah.
we have a conflagration of Valentine's Day and Chinese New Year. And at this Tom Thumb, there is a ton of Chinese New Year celebration, flowers and regalia and whatnot. So I was going to say Asian, maybe leaning Chinese, but I know we got a huge Vietnamese population over here, a little bit of Korean and like I said, some Chinese. So, age 35 to 50, I'd say is probably your hot spot. If I had to guess, I didn't really feel like I saw too many what would be considered young.
Why did you do air quotes for young? It just makes sense.
Because we're 45 now, and I don't know what young means anymore. Because I think 25 is young, but if I say young, do you mean 14?
no, that's a kid.
Okay. Because let me tell you where else I went on the Valentine's Day yesterday. A little purveyor of goods and food and libations called Good Friend. Okay.
Love that place.
It is a East Dallas institution at this point. Okay. Went over there about 4:30, 4:45, sat down at the bar, ordered a beer. Hadn't had a beer in a while. Probably only drank half of it. That's neither here nor there, but it's fine beer. Live Oak Pills for those keeping track at home. Nice traditional pills. Been around for damn near 30 years at this point in the Austin area, I believe. If I'm remembering correctly, maybe 30 years. Live Oak Pills, had it, delightful. And ordered some food to go. And guess what, gentlemen? Guess who's sitting at the bar, like a neighborhood bar like that, on the Valentine's Day at 4:30, 5 o'clock?
Whoopi Goldberg.
No
That's a
Whoopi
good
Goldberg
guess.
in sight.
That's a good
Horrible
guess.
Wish you wouldn't
No.
encourage him. Wish
That's
you
a
wouldn't
great
encourage
guess.
him. Not a good guess.
All right.
Doesn't even
East
have any
Dallas.
ties to East Dallas.
I'm gonna go with Robin Williams.
Okay, not a person, a type of person, you jackass. R.I.P. Robin Williams.
A type of person. A white person.
A divorced dad.
Okay, nothing but lonely whites. Okay,
It's East Dallas, dude. Of course there's
at
old
4:30 on
whites.
Valentine's Day, and I didn't say old. I just said lonely. And the guy who was sitting right next to me was just a dad. Just literally came in, sat down, and was like, "Can't take it with these fucking kids. Need a beer real quick."
God.
They obviously knew him. He's a regular. And the guy responded with the kids wonder who their parents are. I mean, it's a full 2-man act we got going
Just
on here.
having a fun time.
Yeah. And then everybody else in this horseshoe shaped bar is just lonely, quiet whites looking at their phone, coming to sit and have a decompression beer. And I texted my wife and I said, I'm so glad I have you because this looks fucking generally pathetic, honestly. If I'm being honest.
It actually
We have
sounded great to me.
Yeah, dude. Being alone at a bar, having some beers and burgers at Good Friend,
And
dream
just the
come
most
true.
corniest cliche banter with the bartender.
You don't have to
Dream
talk or listen.
Come true, buddy.
I would choose neither to talk nor listen. I would just sit there with my beer.
Well, guess what? Nobody is whispering.
Watch
For-
ESPN3 on the TVs. Maybe
Right.
catch
Not
a
a-
curling.
Maybe
Not a
there's
good
like
TV
strong-
setup
strongest
for
man competition on there or something.
Yeah, buddy.
not a good TV setup for the bar. If you want to go watch the TV, fine. You could do that in a different seat. But at the bar itself, there's not great TV views. Just saying. It's
They
a-
still have that couch area with the
yeah,
the
over
couches?
there they got a
Yeah.
huge screen TV. You go sit down, you get a bunch of TV all up in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Love that place.
You know what I'm saying? But it was the rain was just dissipating, so the sky was still dark and it was a little gloomy, and you just walk in there and there's not a whole lot of fresh light coming in there most times.
Love it. You're selling this hard to me, man.
Well, here's the thing, my man. I didn't see you there.
I would have been.
I didn't see you just like, I got to get out of the house. Let me shoot it down Jupiter to my favorite haunt. I didn't see you. So I had a little bit of a small beer, ordered some food, and came back home.
Did you get the waffle fries?
You know what? Ordered the kids' meals. They didn't give us the fucking fries. They threw in this rando hot dog, which was an addition.
Wait a minute. Stop the show.
Yeah.
You're telling me that the side item for a kid's meal is a hot dog?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is that they put the 2 kids' meals in these individual boxes, and then I thought the box under that would be the French fries that come with chicken tenders and a kid's cheeseburger. That's what I thought. And we open it up, and there's a fucking additional hot dog in there.
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. If you're telling me that when I go to order my burger
That's
and they
fine,
say, hey,
but
which
do you
side
think your
do you
kids-
want?
You think
And
your
it
kids
says
don't want
fries, it says side salad, it says mashed potatoes, and it says hot dog. You can bet your ass I'm choosing hot dog as my side item, Rylan.
Team hot dog. That's obviously somebody just grabbed the wrong box, but
I think so.
Yeah, but team hot dog. I'm with Jace. I
Fair
haven't
enough,
not-
but do you
I
think
haven't
that the
not craved a
kids-
hot dog at any point in time in the last like 10 years. Like I'd take a hot dog with my coffee right now.
100%.
Do you think that the kids were like, oh yeah, I'll take side hot dog instead of side of fries? And even this is the quintessential. You remember how when you were younger? Remember how when you were younger and dad was being like, we're doing cheeseburgers for dinner, and you're like, hell yeah, we're going to McDonald's, and then you can smell the hot dog or the hamburgers being cooked, and you're like, oh, we're doing prepared hamburgers.
Yeah, the worst feeling ever, dude.
Yeah.
The
So
worst feeling ever.
good friend, I love them, right? But if you say hot dogs, what a kid thinks is, oh, Oscar Mayer hot dog, warmed up, grilled, heated in some way, not whatever good friend's version of original sausage hot dog thing is. Like they're not throwing on a weenie from a plastic pack. They're doing their own blend, and good on them. God love you. I'm into it. But you think a fucking 9-year-old is like, oh yeah, I want your artisan hot dog?
Did you eat it?
I took a bite of it. It was nice and peppery and fine, but that's not what I ordered. I wanted the Bourdain cheeseburger, so I spent my tummy on that. And it's filling. There's 2 patties on that son of a bitch and a ton of cheese. It's so good. It's very good. I probably
All right,
could
when
have
are
gone
we
for the
gonna
single.
have? When are we gonna have the Human Dads event at Good Friend? Just
Dude, can we please, Brad? For Christ's sakes, just schedule it right now.
Okay, what week? Pick a
Tomorrow.
day. Can't do it tomorrow. Monday. Actually, it is Monday. I got to work, but a lot of you are not working.
We'll listen to me, listener. I hope you're listening real hard right now. I promise you, at the end of the show, we're going to come up with a date for the Good Friend event where we sit at the bar, the sad bar. We don't watch TV. We
To
drink
be
half
clear,
a beer,
Good Friend
and
is
we get a side
awesome.
hot dog. That's what we're going to do.
Good Friend is
side
awesome.
hot dog. Yeah, you gotta order. You gotta order a side hot dog.
Good Friend is awesome. To be clear, I just want to be very clear. Love Good Friend. Used to go all the damn time. Okay, love Good Friend. On Valentine's Day at 4:30 in a rainy afternoon, it just felt a little like a gloomy place.
You know
because
what we
of-
should do?
Okay.
You know what we should do? We should get a side hot dog at Good Friend. We should walk across the street and get a nice pastrami at that Good Friend sandwich place.
Package. Yeah, Good Friend
Yeah.
package store.
Rylan would love that. And then we should scoot on over to the pizza place.
Right there.
What's the pizza place over there?
Greenville Ave Pizza Company, I think, is the...
Yeah, that's good too. And then we should drive over to Fortunate Son.
That's a lot of pizza. And couldn't we just do a Good Friend and then another hang could be Fortunate Son?
Agreed.
Well, yeah, but the problem is that right now it's about 6 years between hangs.
No, not anymore. After we pop off the first one, it's gonna be fine.
You're saying we break the seal and then all of a sudden it's game time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Good
confident.
enough. Hey, because this has like I haven't even asked you guys how you're doing. I feel like I'm hogging the show. I'm sorry. Do you want to check in real quick, or you want me to go to my thing?
I just want to give you what I saw at Central Market on Valentine's Day last night, which was the easiest, most wide open, simple grocery store run, and particularly to that.
Nothing we talk
Grocery
about
store
more
that
than
I've
supermarkets.
ever had.
And I don't know, how do we not have an intro for this?
We're always in the grocery store lane. We talk about grocery stores on the show.
Welcome, valued customer.
We are the official podcast of grocery stores, for sure.
Everybody knows.
For sure. I go to the grocery store multiple times a week. I walk fast through the grocery store.
It's getting really hard to find quality tortilla chips now. Open to suggestions.
I was at the grocery store the other day, walking through the deli area. Tom.
I don't go to Tom. Yeah, I'm a Kroger guy.
Tom doesn't carry the right size limes for making cocktails. And Kroger has fresh made tortillas. So,
Yeah,
good
he's right.
Both good points.
Remember to take your receipt.
after this show, I'm going to shower and go to the grocery
All
store.
purchase items.
2 canes.
My goat, Cortland.
Right, you went to Central Market. Lovely, affluent grocery
Yes.
store. We love a Central
affluent.
Market.
Yes.
No, the lane, the produce lanes weren't so clogged that you couldn't even walk past people.
It was the chillest I can remember ever being there, and it was about 7:30.
On Valentine's.
Yeah, I was at volleyball all day, and that was on my way home, and I was picking up stuff to make for tomorrow because today I don't want to go anywhere really or do any chores, and I didn't know what I was going to find, and it was like it was a breeze. It was just no problem. My same beer guy. It doesn't matter what day of the week, what time of day. My same beer guy is always there. I never look at his name tag, so I couldn't even tell you who he is. But
I think it
He
used to
found
be a
me
guy
a-
named Wes. It used to be a guy named Wes. That South Lake one?
is he probably like 5'7", 5'8", probably about the same age as us, but pretty thick black beard,
Yeah. I think his
smaller
name is,
dude, like not a thick guy at all. Probably runs 145 soaking wet, 150.
No, I was going to say more brown hair, long brown hair. Like,
No, I have seen a guy like that, but he's a little bigger. Anyway, this dude's always there. I just was browsing. He comes to check in on me, and I said, I don't know, man. I'm just seeing if there's something opportunistically I can get. Pointed me to a Dogfish Head Czech Espresso 6-pack, which I love. Anything coffee and beer. Love anything coffee and anything. So that was a nice little find, but I got my other stuff I needed. We have a Valentine's Day tradition, although we didn't do it last night because we got home late. Everybody got home later from volleyball, but we'll do it whatever day where with the kids we make fondue. We have like a meal of just cheese fondue with stuff, and then we do the same thing with chocolate. We started doing it when the girls were really little, and so that was what I was buying my supplies for. It was go on Valentine's Day, basically, is what I can tell you. Blow off the date, blow off the dinner, get your grocery run in on a Saturday night too. That's the other thing. Maybe just day of the week affected it.
yeah, I guess that makes sense because I'm trying to think of the only other time I've been to a Central Market when you're like, hey, this is the time to go is like 8:05 a.m. when they very first open. But that you were there on a Saturday night and it was chill, that seems insane. But I guess Valentine's Day, especially over in the most affluent of
Oh yeah, dude, they're off. Anybody that shops at that Central Market's off like on a river cruise with a glass of champagne
Yeah,
and a bed
skiing.
full of rose petals. Yes,
It-
yeah,
No,
their second
they're
home.
not. No, they're at a absolute paint by numbers steakhouse.
Oh yeah,
That's
they're
right.
over there
That's true.
just
Yeah.
pounding the Cheesecake Factory.
Just absolute paint by numbers, no creativity. Same menu, no matter which steakhouse you go to. Steakhouse. That's
Y'all
what
got
they
a
are.
Capitol Grill over there in South Lake.
Oh,
They're
oh yeah.
Yes.
over
Oh,
there,
yeah.
reverse cowgirl in a Capitol
What?
Grill. Excuse me? What was the word you said?
No, you just spoke. What do you mean the word I said?
What'd you say?
What does that even mean? Like what? Why would a
All up in it. I just
but why reverse cowgirl of all
it's
options?
a euphemistic. Like you with your eyes and your body.
I have a friend that always says that is the most overrated of all options.
Which
That one.
you have a friend that you talk to about steakhouses?
That's not
You
what
know
he's talking about.
goddamn well what you're saying.
What are you saying? Why are you speaking in code? Who's your friend?
Because
Why can't you
it's
share
Sunday
with-
morning. Because I'm being thoughtful to the listener.
All right,
Because I don't
name your
feel
friend.
like I don't feel
Name
like we
your
gotta have
friend's position
a
rankings.
porno show
Name your-
on
name
Sunday
your friend's
morning.
Position rankings.
Unlike
Who's your friend?
you.
And name their position rankings. You freaking hillbilly.
I think it's a fair point though. It's what's the word for it? Like it's a novelty.
Capitol
know,
Grill or the sex position?
You're an idiot. I don't want to talk to you anymore. End the fucking show.
Can we go back to something more wholesome and germane to a dad podcast? Because you're trying to take us off the path and right into the gutter. You freaking Satanist.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You devil worshiping sex position ranker. Jesus Christ.
Do you guys want to
You
hear?
clear
Well,
my
we haven't
thoughts.
we haven't heard from Jason yet. Let's give Jason a chance to chime in. I will just add. I don't know why. Maya just brought both the dogs out here and just put them in my lap, and right as the neighbors come home. So
Mutt your mic.
Never
Mutt
mind.
your mic. Or I just quit the podcast and hip thrusted the camera.
Oh, just such a dad anger in his voice there.
He's dog cussing somebody, literally.
No doubt.
We well past halfway. You okay? You got any butt surgery or medical events to tell us
Never
about?
had butt surgery.
You know, you do your colonoscopy every
there's
year.
there's not a part of your lower body you haven't had surgery on. Jason,
Yeah, you got
don't
your
lie.
tail removed.
That's usually mid body. Actually, it's all been around the same area.
True. That's true.
Kind
Check in
of the
when was your
flank.
Yeah, when was your last flap sack? Check in.
I don't know what that even means, but
You know.
You know,
what
it's
that-
like days since last workplace accident. We got a days since last flap sack.
Yeah.
I don't even know what flap sack is.
When's the last time they counted you down and flap sacked you?
I
To your special milk.
I won't need surgery, but I am suffering from the allergy,
Ankylosing spondylitis.
the allergy situation, and there is no amount of Flonase that can make this
You
better.
need to switch.
Unfortunately,
Make the switch to the Azelastine.
no, I don't trust you, man. No,
I swear to
don't trust
God.
you.
You hear me?
I don't trust you, and it tastes bad. It tastes real bad. I tried it
does
once.
Have the
It
back of the
tastes,
throat, sugar burn. You sound like one of my little
Dude.
kids. You sound like one of
It-
my little kids.
It tastes no. It's a violently disgusting
Drink
taste.
some
it's
milk
a
and
real
move
bad.
on.
Oh,
Do
okay,
it.
that's actually a
Drink
good
some
idea.
milk and move on. It'll get the
Have a-
sugar, burning sugar taste out of the back of your throat. you
Have a
little
glass of
whore.
milk handy when I take my nose spray.
Such a
No
fucking
better
whore.
way to start the day than a nose spray and a glass of cold white milk.
Cold
you know,
white milk. CWM. Cold
CW.
white milk.
How did I end up on this podcast? I just don't even.
just a CWM and a spritz right up the nose
Oh.
hole.
Just CWM. Right to the throat. To the throat.
This is the goddamn Chamber of Commerce for milk and grape nuts. Is all this show
Um,
is.
Had some grape nuts this morning. Telling you, still hits the spot.
Doing
That's all
real
you
good. Thank you
if
for
you're
asking.
Like, hey, he's had too much milk. He's had too much coffee. No, this is all grape nuts. Vitality and grape nuts.
That is he's on a grape nut high right now.
Yeah.
Doing good. I've been really into this documentary lately that I've been watching.
Lord of the
It's
Rings?
called Love is. It's called Love Is Blind. You guys heard of this?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's good.
Is it
It's on
got a new
Netflix.
season or something right now?
Oh, new season, new set of folks.
Is this
You know,
the
the
one
thing-
where they're all special and they love each other?
That's a different show, but I do love that show. For the record, that's Love on the Spectrum. It's an amazing
Oh, okay.
show.
There you go. It's not now that you say it, I realize there's two different titles there. So
You
Okay.
knew that.
feels dismissive on your part.
I like Love Is Blind because they have a good mix of people. You got some
Like
some
blacks,
people.
whites, Asians.
There's a good diversity to ethnic diversity for sure,
Or
but
do you mean like 15, 25, 35?
15. What do you mean 15?
Sir?
15 what?
Earlier, you said demo. I said race. You meant age. I'm just trying to figure out when you
Not-
said good mix of people, what you're talking about. gonna
Despite the fact
put
that
me
that is
on the list.
prevalent. No, you are on the list.
You're on the list.
Nuh-uh.
Your mom's on the list.
No, she isn't.
She is double. She's got an
Love
alien
on
on,
the
there too.
Love on the Blind, Blind, whatever it is,
Love on the Blind.
is good because
hunting bucktail white.
it's actually like one of the most cringy shows that's ever existed, to be honest with
yeah.
you.
It's yeah.
Because these people have
Cringy
like
that you watch it. Yeah.
I know, but these people have like 2 weeks, I think, or a week or so, to fall in love in these pods where they can't see each other. So all they do every day is date all day long, where they go in this pod, they sit across from another person
Just
they
talk.
can't see, and they just talk. But they're saying they love you, I love you, after like 6 days, and then they
Christ.
propose. They say, I want to get married.
It's
And
not real,
at that
Joyce.
at that point, then they get to see each other, and all the couples that matched up, they all fly off to Mexico, and they spend like a week in Mexico together, finally seeing each other, and they're all banging everybody and just putting it everywhere in every orifice that you can think of, and floating around in the Mexican
Explain
water.
to me, yeah, explain
so-
to me how they address those details in the show, because it
It's
sounds
very
like you're
directly.
taking some liberties.
Very directly. And then after the Mexico, like they typically, then they go and like try to live like a normal engaged couple in an apartment. And they're like, hey, we're engaged now. And then at the end of this whole process, which is probably like a month long, maybe a little longer than a month long, then they have a wedding. And either they both show up to the wedding, well, usually they both show up to the wedding, and then they're standing up there at the altar, and the guy's like, do you take so-and-so to be your wife? That's when they tell the other person whether or not they want to get married or not. So either the person goes, no, I do not take this person, and they walk off the show, or they both say yes, which is very rare. Almost always. In fact, the last season, every couple, one of the two people said no. At the altar.
You hate to see
Dressed
it.
up. Oh, it's great. I love to see it. It's my favorite part.
feel
I would
bad.
take a no all day long.
Yeah.
Give me a no. But really been into that lately, and I'll provide updates throughout the season. So I just started, but definitely we'll have a segment on the show just to give you some updates on what's happening. And
I want this. Yeah.
yeah.
I want this.
Okay.
I don't want to watch it. I want to listen to you talk about it. I want you to tell
Yeah.
me about it.
Okay. Next week, I'll describe kind of the players, because we'll know a little bit more at that point. I'll describe the players and kind of who's who. And everybody has something unique about him, right? There's one guy who's kind of overweight. He's kind of a big oafy guy, but he was all worried that when he saw his woman that she would think he's, a big fat guy. And, then there's a
Yeah, but
girl who has a,
She could tell from his voice, right? She could tell.
I don't think so. No, I don't think
He was a big old guy. She could tell.
And then there's a broad with she had some birthmarks on her arm, like covering her whole arm. They thought they could become cancerous, so they cut them all out. So she's kind of got like skeleton arm, like skeleton scar arm. You know what I'm saying? Like real scarred up. Like she looks like a burn victim.
Just on one arm.
On
You're-
one arm, yeah.
You're making it sound like some long sleeves couldn't just take care of this.
Well, for sure, but she doesn't wear long sleeves, of course, because you got to be reminded constantly of the burn arm. And she goes on Love is Blind because she wants to find someone who doesn't see her for her scars, right? She's not ugly otherwise, but that's why she's there.
Why do you say it like so curt and crass like that? Like she's not ugly otherwise. Like her arm is ugly? Is that what you're saying?
No, he's walking through the logic of the producers of this show.
Yeah, I'm giving you like an insight into what the setup is here.
Yeah, I feel like the producer of the show would have said, "Hey, this is a perfectly good-looking girl, but she does have this arm thing," and you were like, "She's not ugly otherwise."
Yeah, I'm saying she's got an ugly arm. She's not.
She does
ugly
have
in her face.
So you are calling the arm ugly.
The arm is ugly. Yeah, I told you it's skeleton arm. It's all flap skin. It's all just kind of, Bernie. She knows that.
Like high.
You think she thinks her arm is beautiful, Brad? Do you?
Okay, I guess she's got a non-optimal arm. Sorry
There's
for that woman.
there's just a lot of different like storylines that you're following here. There's a lot of short men. A lot of short men.
I mean, they could tell from their voice, definitely.
Yeah. A little bit of a higher voice to them.
I got two things. One involves a short man. Can I move on to that?
Sure, man. I guess nobody's interested in the rest of my comments. But
Oh, do you have? I'm sorry. You said you're going to do this next week, and then you started talking about ugly arms. Like, how much wind does ugly arm have in it?
No, I'm not even mad about it. It's fine. Just move on.
You ever see one of those arms with like the big hairy like mole kind of thing?
Oh yeah.
You wonder if that person has like a hard time. Like, what happens if you hit that thing hard?
Yeah, I'm a natural empath. Like, I'm very empathetic, and when I see that, I immediately like feel bad for that person.
You start wondering what their life is like, because I'll bang into something, guys. I'll bang something. You know what I mean?
Pardon?
If I had an exposed situation like that on my arm, I just have a feeling I would impact that negatively in my life, because I'll like hit a doorway or hit a door or bump into something while I'm moving stuff around in the house. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on, because you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
You were about to say something about short men.
All right. I sent you guys a picture the other night.
But why did you use that angle? And also, I don't want to see your penis. I don't understand why you continue to send that to the group chat. It doesn't make sense to me.
Could we scroll on to the next picture?
Okay. You should have said that.
That picture, I said, sending in confidence. Just wanted to see if you guys ever had anything like that. Asshole.
Are we talking about Case and Wallace?
Yes.
I don't remember this. Oh. You talking about a picture of you in a line?
Yeah. A picture of me in a line, damn it. Which one was soul crushing? Because I've told you guys I hate lines. Absolutely hate lines. Now put me in a line in a high school hallway with like 200 people. Okay.
You talking about Richardson High School's?
Richardson High School. Okay. Mm-hmm. They had a homecoming game for a hero the other night, too. Kaysen and Keaton Wallace. Kaysen Wallace, Oklahoma City Thunder player, national championship NBA player. Been in the league for probably, 5 years now. Something like that.
He's only 22. There's no way he's been in the league for 5 years.
3 years? He's been in the league for multiple years, okay?
Yeah, I think this is his third year.
From Richardson High School, okay? They are having a tribute night to him, last home game of the season, I think, for Richardson the other night. They say, hey, hour before tip, the Wallace brothers going to be signing autographs. Shep finds out, says, I got to go. NBA player. His brother's an NBA player as well. Kaysen a little bit more popular, I think, because he's on the Thunder. They're a good team. They, like I said, won a championship. You turn on basketball on national game, you're likely to see them. You're likely to see that guy. He knows who that is, right? Not like an all-star level player, but Shep knows who he is.
You know he was drafted by the Mavericks, by the way.
I forget that part, but yeah.
Yep.
So we go, and I'm thinking there's going to be some people there, but it's not going to be crazy. And I was wrong. We got there a little early, but apparently people had started lining up at like 4:45 after they got out of school for a 6 o'clock signing session. We wait in this line for like an hour and a half, and it's a high school. So what are you going to see there? High school behavior. Okay. Super nice, what seems like nice, decent dude behind me. And in front of me, a fella that y'all might know covers the Mavs here locally.
Hold on. Let us guess.
Start guessing. Because I didn't really realize it was him until we were almost done with this whole thing.
Ballin' with Brian.
Nope. Knew you were going to guess that.
I saw somebody tweet about it. Was it Kirk Henderson?
It was. Okay.
Yeah.
Kirk and I stood in line together right next to each other. Didn't realize it until probably about 10 minutes left. Wasn't in the mood to have a bunch of conversations and stuff. So wasn't really looking to expand and have generic how do you do's and whatnot, but realized it was him and realized could have probably spent this time having some generic basketball takey conversation. Maybe that would have helped the time go by, but it was generally brutal, and you guys know I hate lines.
He would have been a good one because he's full of hot takes about the current regime, the former regime. I could have had a good to the point where he's made people mad on Twitter that are reasonable people. He and I could have had a good piss and vinegar conversation. Like he's probably on balance madder than me still.
Yeah.
So but he is back though. I think he's one of those that is back.
Well, that's because he's trying to somehow make it a part of, I assume, a side gig or a living. Whereas I spent money, so I'm like, fuck them.
Didn't him and Skin get into it at some point, or was it Mark Followell?
I think more. There was him and there was Josh Bowe, and both of them got into it with both of those dudes. Not into it, but just kind of a little back and forth. I just don't remember who and when, but yeah. But to be fair, even I thought both Josh and Kirk were a little bit too. It was just a beating. It was like your tweets are a beating, but whatever. Hey, you're being online, right?
So after about an hour and 10 minutes, I realized that's who's there, and I was like, "Oh, what's the point now? I don't want to talk to anybody at all. I'm so over this." So, shout out to him. I had a wonderful time being miserable standing next to him. We wait in this line, and because you're at a high school, I just expect you're going to get a front row seat to a lot of high school behavior. And sure enough, multiple groups of 5 or 6 kids just are like, "Hey, I know that person in line. Let me just cut right in front of you guys and stand next to this person."
Oh, I would have been livid.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it. I'm not over here celebrating it, but I'm also a 45-year-old, bald, 200-pound man.
Should have gone to the principal.
Well, that would require leaving the line. Okay.
Leave your kids.
Yeah. Do you think I'm ever going to be in a situation where I'm arguing with a 15-year-old girl?
No, that's a no-win. That's a no-win. Yeah, you don't do that.
So my guy behind me, who I mentioned, might sit on the shorter side of things. He sees, and he's like, hey, whoa. And he's got to get all like bass in his voice. And then she's like, "This is my sister. What's the problem? This is my sister." And he's like, you guys are cutting in line. And now we're visibly back and forth with a 15-year-old in public.
This is a bad idea. Bad decision, though, Coach.
And I can see, feel, hear, whatever you want to say. I can see, feel, hear him wanting to build a coalition, and I'm just looking as far away.
Yeah, he's looking for some support from the other middle-aged men.
Possibly, like I don't even, because I feel like a camera is about to make an appearance, and I'm trying everything short of putting hands up over my face. I am trying to make sure I am in no way.
What a coward you are! What a coward,
dude.
Poor Kirk.
Kirk's not involved either. Kirk is doing the same exact thing I am. Like, we've got our shoulders turned. We're looking opposite of these young ladies. We are staring off into the wall. Like, there is nothing that could get me to tune into this.
Trying to disappear as much as possible.
You should have got your phone out, dude. That would have been a great TikTok, to be honest.
And then grandma from behind.
Oh, yeah. Don't get grandma involved.
And if you wanted to ask demographics, I might share. But if you're not going to ask, then I'm not going to share. Okay.
What was grandma doing? What was she?
Grandma looked like one of my favorite kind of people. And her name might have been Latasha or Letitia.
Why did he start with one of my favorite kind of people? Why did he say that?
Because she smelled good, because she looked so put together and just had a lovely tone in her voice. And I could hear her talking throughout the whole line, standing experience. But she had also witnessed this and blown past it a few times. And this last group, she was like,
she was done. She was done. Yeah.
No more. Not on my watch.
See, now, can I be honest with you? Can we just have a real conversation real fast? If you want to have a matchup that's an even matchup, I told you, you don't mess with a 15-year-old girl. If you want to even the playing field, bring her in.
It's got to be grandma. It can't just be.
It's got to be.
Can't just be Karen mom. It's got to be grandma, right?
100%. Yeah.
So grandma is coming in loud and hot. And then everybody just realizes, what are we going to start doing? Pushing these 15-year-old girls out of line? No. But we can sit here and passive aggressively just talk loud about their horrible behavior. Just loud. Just loud. Like the most aggressive subtweeting you've ever seen in person. And then as we get closer to the threshold of like the ultimate part of the line, grandma says, I'm just going to take my 2-year-old grandbaby who's clearly, aware of this situation, maybe 3. I don't know. I'm just going to cut the line. What are they going to do? They just did it. What are they going to be like? Hey, no, you just cut. So she just picks out about a swath of like 9 people and just walks in front of them. Now, they all happen to be under 17 years old.
Okay.
So what are they going to do?
Yeah.
She Uno reversed them. Then what are they going to start yelling at a grandma?
She cut in front of you too, though?
Toddler?
Yeah, she cut in front of me too.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you call her out?
I didn't say a word, Jason.
Uh-huh.
I'm an hour and 15 minutes in at this point. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. So I just shut up. Me and Kirk just wait our time. We get there. We move on with our lives. They got like 5 cops standing around these two, signing stuff. Multiple district security people. They just push you right through. Shep is so awestruck that he barely even kind of moves through the line. He's got to get like shuffled. Like, come on, bud. We move on. Fine. He's happy. He's like, I don't know if it was worth it, but I'm really happy. I got to see blah, blah, blah. We go get some taco bowls, move on with our lives. I cannot tell you. I won't ever do that again. I regret doing it. Like, I don't think it was worth it, but whatever. He was happy. Move on with the second Shep story of the weekend. I got a Fire Bears update, guys.
Oh boy. This is what everybody's been waiting for. I hear the listeners love the Fire Bear updates.
I told y'all going into the season, we were like on a 30-plus game winning streak. We lost. That came to an end. Won the next game. Lost. Then the next weekend, we had a doubleheader weekend. Play a Saturday, play a Sunday. Okay? Back to back. Won that Saturday game. Lost that Sunday game, guys.
Oh, they're struggling right now.
Apparently, there's a thing called a holdback team.
Oh, yeah.
Where they get the kids together, probably from a certain area, and they just say, hey, you know what? Just going to hold your ass back. So maybe you should be starting kindergarten, but we're just going to wait another year, and you'll start kindergarten that year.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, when you go into a league that plays by grade, or you go into a UIL-sanctioned event where you're playing by grade, you'll be well older than everybody else. And if you're talented and well older, well, it's going to be church. And we ran into one of those teams that had like 4 or 5 kids who are all what look like almost a year older than all of our kids. In some instances, because we have a couple kids playing up, they're 2 years older. They come out, they kill us in the first quarter. This one kid, he's older, taller, and it doesn't even matter. You remove 6 inches. He's just a better basketball player, really gifted basketball player. Could probably be playing with 6th graders, and he's in 3rd grade league. Okay. Whatever happens. You're going to get your ass kicked sometimes. We did. We responded well. We really responded well, but we got our ass kicked. Come out yesterday, and, the scores to these games, guys, they're typically 25-19, 30-22, something like that. Not high scoring affairs. You get to 40 points, you're really putting it on somebody, right? So if you get down like 8-1, 10-1, 8-3 even, something like that, it's a tough day, guys, because there's not a whole lot of scoring in some of these. Some of these affairs are like a 15-14, rousing 3-point quarters from each team. You get down by 8 and you're thinking, oh shit, this might as well be church. So we got down by 8 yesterday, and I'm giving the whole halftime speech of, we're right where we want to be, guys. Don't worry. We've done a lot of the stuff we want to do. We just need to make some shots. Down 8 points, and they're looking at me and they kind of believe it, but we get them to fight. We get them to fight. We come out. We're a second half team, guys. Down 8 in a low scoring affair. We're a second half team. Get a bucket. We're down 6. Fight for that whole third quarter. Kind of back and forth. Nobody can make a shot. That whole third quarter, we're fighting. We get into the fourth quarter. Oh, man, Shep hits a 3. We got a 3-point ball game in the fourth quarter. 3-point ball game in the third quarter. And a lot of people will tell you momentum is not a thing, right? But the Fire Bears could feel it. They could feel like, hey, this team, Shep hit another bucket. Now we're down 2. Or down 1. Shep gets a free throw. Now we're tied. Shep hits another bucket. Now we're up 2. Had another little guy on the team hit a bucket. Now we're up 4. They get a bucket in the last minute. Then it just comes down to free throws and violating the game to get possessions. I'm here to tell you, we mounted the comeback, gentlemen, and brought it home in an ugly, ugly game where defense was key, but they didn't give up. And that this podcast will live as some sort of historical fact record keeping situation. I just want to remember this big comeback.
Worded.
Sorry?
That was poorly worded.
Sorry. I'll start over.
You're on a no, don't start over. Just move past it. I just
Okay.
wanted to call it out.
Just want to remember this one because he had a big game, and I'm going to do you one better. You know how sometimes you'll have a quote-unquote best friend, and maybe they happen to be a girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe it's kind of like maybe your parents might be like, it's your little girlfriend.
Was she watching?
Guess who came to the game yesterday?
Oh boy. Your guy took it to the next level for that.
I think we've all played enough sports, maybe basketball even specifically, certainly for me, where you at some point in your youth, you had that little stretch. And I was never good with a capital G at basketball, but definitely in more than one occasion experienced that little stretch where it just like basket just looks big, man. You put in 4 or 5 in a row, it gets sweet. And you can't, I'm never going to get that back at almost 46 because I can barely even get up the stairs without making percussion with my knee. But good on Shep. There's no replacing that. There's no replacing that.
There's no greater feeling, man, than when
I do want to I do want to say though the holdback thing is a epidemic, especially for boys. It's bad. It's not good. It's bad for everybody involved. There needs to be, if you can't go into kindergarten until you're a certain age, you also need to be in kindergarten by a certain age. Period. For public school.
Apparently, and I only say this because the commissioner of the league told me, "Hey, this is the best team in the league. Good luck today." Hadn't seen him in a little while, and he was there before our game with this team, and he was like, "This is the best team in the league. Good luck." They got 4 or 5 holdback players. That was his thing, and apparently, it's just all rumors and conjecture here, but apparently, it is a Highland Park thing to do. That if you have,
it's a 114 corridor thing to do.
okay,
Layla was born August 3rd. There are kids in her grade that are 18 months older than her.
that feels insane. That feels insane. I was bemoaning the whole thing with my assistant coach, and I was like, "Man, I know this sounds like an old man thing to say, but when we were young, like playing up was the thing. Like that meant you were special. Playing up a level or a grade or a year, like in soccer, they usually keep it by the year. If you're an 80 and you were playing with the 78s or whatever, like that meant you were like good.
There's not a lot of value at a younger age of playing down because you want to get the reps. You want to get the practice. It's so hard to get good game time experience when you're little because nobody's that good, right? So if you're a little better, or even if you're just on level for your age, the last thing you want to do is intentionally play with people who are younger.
And for all I know, the holdback players on that team probably play other teams as well. I don't know. Maybe they play in a higher degree of competition. But I'll say this, you could easily tell the difference between the quote unquote regular third graders who they would put in as like the second string, and then when they had their kind of starters out there. Like the fall off was just insanely dramatic. And it felt gross. It felt really gross.
Well, you got that dub, so.
But it wasn't against them, to be clear. But yeah, that was yesterday. Got the dub yesterday. Got the loss last Sunday to the holdback team, which, whatever. We entered the top tier competition in this league, and I really had some humble hopes. And we have, at worst, we will finish 7-3. Or yeah, at worst, we can finish is pretty good, like second or third in the league, and we moved up a division. So proud of the Fire Bears, especially yesterday, and my guy got one in a what hopefully he'll remember. But even he showboats like when he does something, but he's a little bit humble. Like afterwards, he was like, "Man, I was just thinking like the three was wide open. I don't even know if I'm going to make this, but we got to come back." So he pulled it, and it was nothing but bottom. I mean, it just popped the net in a beautiful. And he does his little strut down court, and the whole team is just wanting to tackle him as they're running back on defense. So
nothing beats that back pedal after you splash the net.
He did the big like hands swaying along his side, looking like he's like marching almost. It was funny. It was a sight to behold. Not one I'll soon forget. But we gotta let it go, and we gotta finish out the season strong. We got one more before playoffs start, Jace. One more before playoffs start. Anything else, boys? You want to keep going?
No, end the show. It's an
I'm gonna
hour
drop
and
a bomb. I'm gonna drop a bomb, and then we're gonna be out. On the algorithm
back up
last night. On the algorithm late last night, I stumbled upon the Super Bowl 27 Michael Jackson halftime show, and I watched 60% of it, and I'm going to tell you, it sucked.
Wow.
Yeah. 35 years on, or 34, whatever, 33. Not good. As a scholar of MJ, even, I'll rank myself. Piss poor. If people want to get into it and have me break it down, I will. If not, I just challenge everyone who stuck with us to the hour 14 minute mark. Go back and watch it for yourself.
Is it because you had just seen Bad Bunny?
No, it's just
Bad
because
Bunny?
I just was. Well, no, it was more just because it popped up, and I was just at the Rose Bowl 3 or 4 months ago for Oasis, and I was like, I haven't thought about this in a minute. And you've been seeing a lot of here's from Prince, here's from Rihanna, here's Kendrick Lamar. You know, all these ones that have been coming through, and I thought I haven't really sat down and watched this. I wonder if my kids would be into how big of a deal this was. It was bad. It sucked.
As we're closing the show, and Brad kind of took over the show, didn't let anybody else talk. I do next week really want to get into, and I think we'll have more details by then. I really want to get into this kidnapping thing, guys, because we haven't had a good kidnapping like this in a long time. We got to talk about this. Your kids are going to do a podcast talking about the opposite of Baby Jessica, which is Old Lady Guthrie, and we need to.
It feels like a psyop. It feels like a psyop.
Everything feels like a psyop. Just, I'm going to need you to bring the information, Jason, because I don't know.
I got it. I got you. I'm all over this. This is big for me.
Speaking of Bad Bunny, can I give one more Shep anecdote? Anecdote, yeah.
It's your show, Brad. Whatever.
Shep was explaining to us, do you guys know why Bad Bunny was named Bad Bunny? And it's because something like his mom put him in a bunny costume and he was like unhappy, so he was pouting, and so the nickname became Bad Bunny, and that's what he named himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, so when I grow up and I'm a rapper, I'm going to be called No Jeans, because he won't wear jeans. And when he was forced to, he went and crawled into his bed and cried and just said, I don't like jeans because they're not comfy.
I love it because I don't wear them anymore either. Jeans suck.
Yeah, I'm anti-jeans too. Shout out Shep, because smart move, ahead of his time.
I shared that with you because I know there's a lot of anti-jean sentiment on the podcast. Not by this guy. Love a good pair of jeans. Wear jeans.
Fuck jeans.
Whew. For Brad, for Rylan, for Jace, Human Dads 259. Tune in next week. We'll be here live at 9:05. Human Dads on the fives. Tell your mom to listen. Bring the bacon. Bring the bread. Season your bacon. Climb the ladder. Freeze your hot dog. Put a bow on it. Let it breathe.
Touch your balls.
Tight. That's not a thing.
That is a thing.
Explain to me the application and why and what's the point.
We were talking about footballs.
And
Finish the show.
don't forget, order a hot dog on the side.
Side hot dogs.
Side hot
Mix
dog,
in a
baby.
tortilla.
Side hot dog. What a